Welcome to a scenario where civilization started over episode 18, I think. So I'm on the religious layer because Africa is now mainly the Europeans' religion. So now saying Africa is now divided in territory and even religious beliefs. So going to the normal layer, we're gonna see uh we're gonna see more exploration into the because um the French are going to explore more of Quebec, I think this is, and the Portuguese are gonna explore more Michigan and these areas. Then after that, they'll fully connect up with the spat with the Gibraltars colony. The UK will start expanding their colony, but the UK will end up being a new nation that made the mistake of discovering America is China. So this is what happened. China was busy exploring their seas area here. Then a small boat went off sail and started going very far. And they end up coming into this area and finding a few islands that are not on this map. Most likely they were Hawaiian Islands. And then after they found that area, they ended up stranding on this on the beach area of this land. Then they sent a big ship down back to China. They went back the way that they went and went straight back to the Chinese capital. They told the leader of China what's happening on this area. They're thinking this is a whole new continent. It is a whole new continent, but they don't know that. But they don't know that the Europeans are also here. So the Chinese are gonna send a actual exploration group and a colonization group to actually colonize that area. So this will be the farthest distance that any nation has gone to, and they will set up the first Chinese colony on the coast of California, start going down by the Gulf of Mexico. Not the Gulf, the Baja Peninsula, I think that's what it's called. After they explore a little bit of land, they will claim some land for themselves. They don't think that this is the same continent that the Europeans found. So they think this is a whole other continent. After creating their colony in California, now we have the first actual Asian colonizer. But these nations are also gonna claim land. The Portuguese and the Spanish are gonna make a treaty. The treaty is gonna go like this, and then after they claim this land right up here, even the unexplored land, they now have to explore their own land. And the Gibraltarians will claim this land. So now they border on Europe and they also border here. The French and the Portuguese are gonna make another treaty. This will stop the Portuguese from going anywhere this area, but before they do that treaty, most likely this peninsula has been discovered. So, rewriting this treaty, the Portuguese are gonna get this area out of this treaty, and they're going to claim their land, and the French are just gonna claim the land on their border. So yeah, but something phenomenal ends up happening. A Spanish explorer happened the same thing that happened to China. He got lost in this area right here, this body of water, I don't know the name of it, and he ends up discovering Colombian area, and we see now the second colonizer in South America. So they're gonna create their colony this large. So going to Japan, the Koreans are high in tension with the Chinese. So a few years with this tension going on, the Chinese are going to declare war on the Japanese state. Not the Japanese, the Korean state. So the Chinese troops are gonna start moving from this. This area is gonna just end up being taken over by the Chinese. So let me just do this. The Chinese are gonna start the invasion, and after that we see a rebellion in Japan, and now the Sakhalins are holding whatever this island is called, with a literal iron fist. So this rebellion is gonna, so that the rebellion doesn't spread over there. But to this rebellion is gonna get its own rebellions. So now this island rebels from the rebellion, and this island also joins that rebellion. This northern part ends up not liking how they want to govern the Japanese state, and they end up rebelling themselves. So now that's a Japanese colony. Going back to the main war, the Chinese are going crazy on the Koreans, and so now Sakhalin sees that this is a chance for them to get free land, so they will start. This is a little bit. They will start an invasion into the Korean state, and since they've been cut off already, they'll be left with this area. And the Japanese state is now divided, and then now we see the main Korean peninsula start being invaded. The capital is sieged, and Korea ends up overcoming to the Treaty of the Japans. So now we see these. Now let's look at the peace treaty. I'll be back when I'm done with the peace treaty. So this is the peace treaty. The Japanese state has been divided, and Korea has been also divided between Sakhalin and China. China is much stronger than what it used to be. And now let's go to Europe. That's where we're gonna see a union, actually, not a rebellion or anything. We're going to see Estonia and the country of Finland unite into one nation. They are going to want to set their differences aside. So Estonia and Finland end up getting destroyed, ends up uniting, and they end up creating the Estonian Finland, not Estonia, the Baltics, not Estonia. And this island has been under the Yellow Nation for this long, so Sweden gets it. So now we're gonna see much more exploration into Siberia. All of the nations that border, which are Russia, all the Central Asian nations, and Sakhalin, and will start their exploration campaign. They find Lake Baikal, and this will end up discovering most of Siberia. And these people are used to the cold, but they're not so used that they can go into this area. So now they're going to divide a treaty up where they divide the whole land area of Siberia. So I'll be back when that treaty is done. So this is the treaty. Sakhalin gets this much, the second most. Russia gets the most. This Mongolian state fully covers Lake Baikal. And we see 3 new states formed. China gets this. So the first state to form is this small state in the middle. China ends up getting their claims. this Mongolian nation. So this nation gets their claims. Russia had a claim on Lake Baikal, but they ended up going their claims because Russia is now no doubt the biggest nation. This nation ends up forming, I don't know if this is the color. It should have been a little bit darker, I think. Yep, this is the color. And Sakhalin gets the second most land out of this treaty. And the new nation that ends up coming up is this nation. I love these borders here. They look amazing. So another thing that happens is the Mongolian nation moving their capital to Lake Baikal. Most likely the biggest nation is Russia. Second should be something like France or England, but I'm not gonna try to do that right now. This nation ends up putting this land here and here. So now this is the full claiming of Asia. Asia is fully discovered, fully claimed. And now this nation, this border is straight up horrendous. I don't like this border, so to fix the border, India declares war on this Central Asian nation right here. So they will end up sending their troops in, and they end up getting the capital. And now it's peace treaty time. I'll be back with the peace treaty. So this is the peace treaty. This nation has been really destroyed in this. So right after that, we see the Persian nation go on a conquest for the same country. I just want to erase this nation off the map. I literally hate it. I don't know why I even created it. So the Persian military will enter and fully capture it. And it's peace treaty time. Let's just go to the religious layer for like 5 seconds. So now we're on the religious layer. So now we're gonna see the Persians know how to do this very well, so that means the Persians know what they're doing. So that'll be the end of this video. If you liked it, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. If you like the video, like and subscribe. You can always unsubscribe anytime. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.